Yeah, my name's Sasha and we are in the Sasha gallery at the Homelessness Reframed exhibition. There's a sculpture named after myself in the exhibition which doesn't represent just me, represents homelessness. To see the sculpture, it did bring back some emotions, feeling the desperation that I felt at that time. But yeah, I think it's really beautiful because it's amazing that people are going to start to talk about homelessness in a different way. So hopefully it will start opening up the conversation. I battled with addiction for many years. My story is that I could never just have one drink and like other people can and put it down. So if I had one drink, then I never knew when it was going to stop. And it didn't stop. From that, I ended up onto harder substances and then got caught in the cycle of homelessness and addiction. My first thought upon being woken up would be, where can I get that from next? And so then my day would consist of finding ways to obtain a drink or a drug. Heroin would be the most important one, and then once I'd have that, then I would look for alcohol, etc, etc. Yeah, just a constant hustle, whether it be begging or stealing, whatever it was quite an exhausting day, and it was like Groundhog Day. So I say it differed, but it didn't really differ. I mean, it was all had the same goal, basically to get myself well and right, and the only thing that made me feel normal and regulated was to have a drink or a drug. When you don't have the power of choice over your addiction, the choice you're going to make is it's sort of out of your hands. So I choose to stay in an area where I can easily obtain drugs and alcohol with people who are doing the same thing, right? But that's not what I need. Really, what didn't work was staying in the same area and not getting treatment for my drugs and alcohol. That's really what I needed, I think. I was completely broken and I was absolutely done, and I just didn't want to take drugs anymore, and I couldn't stop. I literally prayed to something that I didn't believe in at all, and I was like, I'm really desperate, like if there's anything out there, please help me, I can't do this anymore. I was absolutely desperate. And the next day I got a call saying, would you like to go to treatment? Are you ready to go to treatment? And so that blew me away. I was really fortunate that somebody funded me for treatment. That's not possible for everybody. In fact, I didn't even think it would be a possibility for me. By some miracle, it happened. In treatment, you know, they just loved me until I could love myself again, and I really needed that. So I had that separation from the world that I knew. I was uprooted, and I needed that therapy and the trauma therapy and just everything. I was like a sponge. I just soaked it all up, and I was just so grateful that I had it, you know. But I know that not enough people get that opportunity, and a lot of people are told no when they ask for treatment, and that's really sad, and it shouldn't be that way. The amount of money that it costs to keep me alive on the street, you know, I could be going to treatment for a year. I mean, there's enough resources, it's just about putting them where they need to be. I don't believe in accidents, and it wasn't a coincidence when I bumped into Ed, who was one of my previous outreach workers. The People's Recovery Project, they're sending people to treatment, which is absolutely amazing because that is what people need. Homeless people who want a better way of life, you know, need access to treatment. So, you know, what the People's Recovery Project is doing is incredible. Honestly, I had no idea what I wanted to do, but I was always told in recovery just to do the next right thing. And I'm just making the right choices now because I've got the power of choice. I didn't have a power of choice before at all. My need for the drugs chose everything for me. I started volunteering. I started doing art every day in a studio. I also volunteered for Change, Grow, Live, and then they employed me. And then from there, I was asked to join a rehabilitation centre to work in treatment, working with clients in treatment, doing groups, and I'm still in a rehab, a different one, but I still work in rehabilitation. I really understand the guys that come in, you know, a lot of the stuff that, a lot of their behaviours, a lot of their thinking was exactly the same as mine, you know, so I know what they're going through. Having gone through that situation, I think you're kind of uniquely qualified to help other people. So yeah, I love it.